Hello, I'm Paul Hefner, the owner of Finance Pals, and today I'm talking about improving your profits or increasing your profits through essentially getting rid of some of your um, more annoying or not as profitable clients, and also looking at your staff as well. I just wrote a blog post, and I'm going to share that so I can sort of have some stuff to share and get it as we go. So here's the logos. And I just created this fancy image here in ChatGPT's Dolly over here, which is cool. Sorry, just a quick sidebar, but it's fun. So I just created this here with anyway, I'm not going to go into that whole thing, but anyway. So I think this is hard because when you're trying to grow your business, you think every client, every dollar coming in is going to help. And same for staff. If you have people that are doing work, you don't want to fire anybody until you have other staff, and especially if you're at capacity. And so why it's counterintuitive is by actually decreasing your revenue and getting rid of these bad clients or getting rid of your staff. You free up your sort of mental energy, you free up your staff's mental energy, you sort of, I don't know, just position yourself better for other clients. Maybe you have other clients that can grow, maybe you're bringing on a brand new client, all these things. And so the first part of this is talking about the idea of the pumpkin plan, which was a book written by Mike Michalowicz, right here. And they were talking about the county fairs and how the pumpkins that are the biggest are the ones that win the county fair are the biggest. And they're not just your normal pumpkins, they're the ones that were sort of tailored and picked and had these sort of exceptional things. And anyway, long story short, the punchline of it is you sort of need to do the same thing with your current clients and your current staff, and sort of getting rid of the ones that are not helping you grow into that perfect pumpkin, I guess. So I already talked about this, but basically, you might have clients that are, calling you at all hours of the day that are just wearing you out. They always have something urgent that needs to be done. They're not happy with or have unrealistic expectations, maybe. And so as you get rid of those clients, you free up your capacity for other clients to grow or for new clients. I like this idea of sort of making your luck or destiny or whatever, but as I'm thinking through sales calls and different things, there's always something weird, positive weird that happens. Like when we hire a new person and we don't necessarily have any work for them yet, all of a sudden work just sort of magically appears. I don't know the right way to say it other than that. And so same thing is if we, once we fire a client, that work magically gets replaced, and then it's usually almost always with a better client. And that all sort of helps us continue to grow, and it also helps us be happier, and we're working with clients we like, and all those things. This is some high level criteria that I have for sort of our firm. We're looking at clients, and some of this we're doing it on sales calls. We sort of have warning flags we're looking for. So we're looking at is the client profitable for us? Do they have they been super strict and they try to get us into a fixed fee that's really low, and they're not willing to adjust? Or are they, I don't know, just sort of out searching for the cheapest option and not really looking at the value we can bring or the help we can do? And I don't know, just there's lots of situations where you get into that, or maybe they're not paying on time. They're sort of negotiating invoices saying, hey, this doesn't make sense. Like, can we get a discount? And those things, sort of, how would I say it? If it's like once and there's a reasonable reason, then that's okay. If it's like every week, every month, every day, you're getting these phone calls and emails, and it's just a distraction and all that, like those are the clients you don't want to work with. Responsiveness, this is an easy one. Even just in setting up our sales calls, we can tell how responsive people are. Like I said before, if they have urgent fire drills, another red flag we hear sometimes will be on a sales call and they'll say, well, I've been through 3 accountants this year and, none of them have been very good. And, and I think in the old days, I would sort of say, oh, great, like this is a challenge. We can make this work. But now I get a little more cautious and try to figure out what happened. And, sometimes there's still valid reasons. Maybe, their past CPA passed away and this other person got too busy or, but I like to really hear those reasons why it didn't work out. Because that's a huge red flag if they've been through three providers, because, very well, one or two of them could be bad, but to be through, three or more is a red flag. And then, yeah, are they nice, thankful? Are they fun to work with? All those things sort of get considered in there. And then we also look at staff. So besides looking at your clients, you may have staff that's underperforming, and those people are impacting your other staff, they're impacting the clients they're working with, and ultimately they're sort of holding your company back. Maybe they're even, passing on bad habits to other staff. There's lots of other things that could be going on. So, this is something else to consider as you're growing and they can have a huge impact on your profit, especially if the clients they're working on aren't happy and then they're asking for discounts and all these different things can impact your profit. And then so the last part, sort of this prevention piece. I think as you go through and you sort of clean house a little bit, you may start to discover some trends. Like maybe there's clients that are a certain size, or there's clients that come from a certain sales channel, or whatever it is that you can just start to identify a trend. Maybe it's certain industries, maybe it could be anything. Or were there certain red flags in the sales process, or in the first few weeks you're working with them, or even the first month, after you send your invoice or whatever it is, we can start to say, okay, well, is there something here that we can be more proactive next time when we see these things. And same thing for staff. If there's certain things you could do in your hiring process, you should be doing that. So I will leave you to it. Thanks for watching, and I wish you luck. Thanks. Bye.